Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and I like to read dark and weird books. Today I'm doing a dark, sad boy book recommendations video in the realm of magical realism. So I do these recommendations video 5 super specific book recs where I do a specific theme and I find 5 to recommend you. It's a series I've been doing for a while, so I have a whole bunch in the playlist. I will leave it linked down below. Without further ado, let's get started. So this is from least reviewed to most reviewed, basically least popular to most popular. First up is one that I read as an ARC copy this year. It was published in March. So this is Small Gods of Calamity by Kyung. This was beautiful. This is about a haunted police detective who works in the serious crimes unit, and he can see spirits. And how he sees these spirits is as very visceral. So like something smells like peach blossoms, or he'll hear the sound of a brush stroke when someone drew talismans against Calamity. And when he investigates this apparent unaliving, he realizes that there is some spirit energy residue and that things might not be what they appear to like the normies. So he is going to investigate, and he is teamed up with someone who he never wanted to meet from his past because they were involved in the death of his mother. So he is just working through a lot of anger and resentment and grief towards the loss of his mother, as he is trying to solve this string of murders which is happening across the city. This was really good. This is in my best novels of the year so far video. I will leave it linked down below as well. And yeah, I just thought it was excellent. And I will keep reading from this author. I hope that this is a series because I would love to follow this detective more. I feel like there's so much more that could be done. The writer's writing is so succinct and also so evocative. I love it. And this was also a shorty short. This is only 144 pages. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. Next we have The Route of Ice and Salt by Jose Luis Zarate, translated by David Bowles. This is a Mexican author. So this is a reimagining of Dracula's voyage to England filled with gothic imagery and queer desire. And it is exactly that. So the captain of the ship transporting the coffin in the dirt, which is holding Dracula. He doesn't know that's what it is, but he's transporting it. He is on this voyage and he's not really paying attention because he's lusting after his crew. And he knows he can't do anything with the crew, but boy is he having visions. When suddenly things start to go wrong, woof, and he's not paying attention, and he really should. So yes, he just is filled with like this queer longing, and he's very not depressed but repressed. He's repressing his feelings, and he's kind of like forlorn, and then things start to go haywire. So yeah, that's this book, and I recommend it. It's a shorty McShort, so I'm not gonna say anything else. Next we have one which I feel like I haven't spoken about in ages, in like eons. So this is Teeth by Hannah Moskowitz. I have read other books by this author, and this is by far my favorite. So if you've read other books and not really loved them, give this one a chance. It is so good. It is so good. So we're following Rudy, whose life is flipped upside down when his family moves to a remote island because it is rumored that the fish that swim around the island are a magical cure, and his younger sister is really sick. So because his family is kind of wrapped up in helping the sister who's very ill, he's left to his own devices a lot of the time. And he just can't believe he had to leave all his friends behind, and he's feeling very isolated and lonely. And he goes down to the shore to kind of sit with his own thoughts and just kind of be mad at the situation, when he meets a creature that is in the water named Teeth. Okay, yes, so this is this book. It has some magical realism and a merman. I don't remember how old they are. Yeah, this book just got me right in the feels. It is so good, but also just this overarching like sadness. So be careful with yourself reading this one. Make sure you're in a really good place. Yeah, so that is Teeth by Hannah Moskowitz. Okay, and the next one I want to talk about is The Mirror Wife by Maria Dahvana Headley. This was one of my best of the year whenever I read it. This is a retelling of Beowulf. So if you don't know Beowulf, it doesn't really matter. It completely stands on its own. This is following a woman who is a combat veteran, and she was overseas and she became pregnant. And when she comes back, she decides to give birth and hide her son away from the world. So she actually goes to her hometown, which was a mining town, but the mines have since been abandoned in order for them to like commercialize. So now the town is now a city, and all the industry is done in town, and the mines are abandoned. So she decides to raise her son in these dark, abandoned mines in the mountain. But the son is curious about all the city lights that are gleaming down away from the mountain, down in the valley, and he is going to go down there and meet another boy who is in one of the houses, and he sees the boy through like panes of glass among all the sparkling, I think it's Christmas lights, and that is their first encounter. And when that family realizes about the boy, a manhunt begins. This is set over the course of a few years of their life, quite a few actually, from boy to adult, and this was really, really good. And I am quite a huge fan of Beowulf. I've had to read it multiple times in high school and in university. And I think if you know it, it adds so much to this story. And I love this retelling. And in fact, this author, Maria Dahvana Headley, did the most modern translation of Beowulf. It is gorgeous. I'm gonna put the image here. I've been meaning to read it for ages. I think I'm gonna request it for my birthday, or see if the library has it. Good idea, me. Yes, anyway, so this is The Mirror Wife. Also, the cover is so freaking stunning. And the last book on this list is probably the weirdest one of all, but you know that I love to bring you the weird, good books. And this is Troll, a love story by Johanna Sinisalo, who is a Finnish writer. I love this the year that I read this, and I feel like I haven't spoken about it in so long. This is following Angel, who is a photographer in the city, and he's kind of struggling both with his photographs and also with his love life. He goes out cruising like the gay nightclubs. He's not really having that much success. And one night he comes home stumbling, drunk from the bar, and he sees a group of kids beating this young animal, and he goes to rescue the animal and bring it home. Only then does he realize that it's a mountain troll, like a baby mountain troll. And what is he to do with the baby mountain troll? He doesn't know, but he doesn't want to put it out and have it like die because of him. So what goes from there is like an examination of like man versus nature, love, lust, violence, and interspersed in here is also Finnish lore of trolls, which I think is so, so cool. And yeah, this was like nothing I've ever read before. And I actually have read something else by this author, which is Core of the Sun, which is like a Handmaid's Tale times if psychedelic chili peppers were put up in places they shouldn't be. Wild ride. And also I have another one, The Blood of Angels, which is on my TBR, and that's an eco-dystopian about bees, I think. So this author is just all over the place in the best way possible. And yeah, I recommend this if you like weird reads. It was great. And that ends this video of my 5 dark sad boy books, Magical Realism edition. I am building my eco-dystopian editions for the sad boys and sad girls. So let me know if you also have any recommendations for this video or for those videos, and let me know which books from this video you want to read. And I will see you in another video soon. Lots of love.